Bukestad, wraparound shot and a goal! On third, leaves it, Sergachev, he scores! Keller warps it, scores! 3 seconds to go, Gunther, he shoots, he scores! Big save, rebound, they score! Logan Cooley! And the smile is back!
Good afternoon, hockey fans. For today's NHL matchup, your Utah Hockey Club finishes out the little 3-game road trip in Chicago today. Lineups for today's game, looking to Utah first, Keller, Cooley, Gunther on the top line, Schmaltz, Hayton, Yamamoto on the second, Krause, McBain, Doan on the third, Kerfoot, Stenlin, Bukestad round out the forward group. Sergachev Marino on the top D pairing, Cole Dursey on the second, DeSimone Kesselring on the third, as Mata's out with an injury, Vejmelka in net as always. Looking over to Chicago, Donato, Bedard, Mikheyev on the top line, Teravainen, Nazar, Bertuzzi, Moore, Veleno, and Foligno on the third line, Slaggert, Reichel, and Maroon on the fourth, Vlasic and Levshinov on the top pairing, Kaiser, Renzel on the second, Korchinski, Del Mastro on the third, and Soderblom in net for Chicago. Additionally for Chicago, Moore and Renzel making their debuts tonight, so congrats to them on that. And looking over to Utah, Cole, his 900th game. So great from both sides of the ice here. Utah just looking to, they still, you're not eliminated until you are officially eliminated, but to be frank, it's over. So Utah just looking to hopefully play their best down the stretch here. Chicago been eliminated for a good minute now, so just playing as well as they can through the rest of the season. Utah coming off that 2-1 overtime loss to Florida, much better result in Florida than in Tampa. Obviously, anything's going to be better than that 8-0 bombshell. So see them play that good against the previous Stanley Cup champions. Always good to see. On the opening draw, it's going to be Stenlin and Veleno. Moore also getting the first start out there for him, so nice to see Utah win this one back first. Bukestad will chip this in right side. Chicago will stop this one right at the line. Veleno, quick little pass across, drop back now for Kaiser. Looking for a chip up through neutral ice, he'll find it. Will end up bouncing behind the Utah net. Dursey will get to it first. Long pass out for him. I believe trying to find Kerfoot there, ultimately takes a bounce back behind the Chicago net, push to the left side corner. Taken away there by Renzel. He'll cut out with Veleno, chip to the right side corner. Chicago goes for a change. Schmaltz trying to push this one away, ultimately to no avail there. Bukestad will take it. Trying to chip this one out to McBain. That one taken away by Chicago, but that one a high stick. Just the delay of game. I believe that was Marino, not Schmaltz on the when I mentioned that earlier. 6, 8, 9, too many numbers that look too similar. 19-18 left in the first now. Right side draw outside the Chicago zone, one back by him. Maroon now with it. Trying to chip this one up to Slaggert, taken away along the benches by Utah. Quick pass back there for Kesselring. Chip this one up right through the middle there. Utah cutting in with it. Hayton tied up along the right side boards. Got Doan to help him. McBain tied up along the boards. DeSimone will try and push this one around. This one will be stopped at the line by Chicago just for a second. Trying to get a chip there. Bounces over the net there. Doan almost has one in. Thrown to the middle there by Utah. Nobody there. But Korchinski, he'll throw this one out of the zone. Bouncing to the right side corner of the Utah and Chicago. Let's push this one back down the line. They will. Tied up by Utah, though. Look at it deep instead. Slaggert. Tied up, trying to get Mikheyev to help there. Ultimately, this one taken away by Utah. Chip to the right side corner. Gunther will get to it first. 3-on-1, though. We'll wait for some help. He's got Keller coming in. Chicago looks to push this one down the line. Left to the left side point, but nobody there to keep it in. Ends up back down for Marino. Quick pass up to Cooley. He'll cut right into the middle with it. Drops this one back for Gunther. Quick pass across there for Sergachev. Trying to get a tip in front. Tips into the netting instead. So play blown dead. 18:09 left in the first now. Both teams still looking for that first shot on net. Let's check here. I thought this game was on later. Nope. And another game we'll be able to watch we'll have another Ovi watches. That one currently 15 through the second. No goals for Ovechkin yet. I believe sits 6 away. Was the left side draw on the Chicago end. One back by him. Looks to push this one out right side. They will all the way down to the Utah end. And that one on icing is Mikheyev just not able to beat Sergachev there. It's back down to the Chicago end. We will go. I have to remember that's even going on. 18 minutes even left in the first. So we cut away from Cole on the bench. There we go. Left side draw on the Chicago end will be Bedard and can't see who for Utah. It doesn't matter. This one pushed out of the zone. Sergachev will grab it right in center ice. Moves in right side. Will push this one around the boards. Left side forward. Now Gunther trying to throw this one in front. Will get it back down the line instead. Over to Marino. He'll dump this one to the corner. Taken away by Levshinov. He'll dump it right side. Chicago still looking to clear Cooley, fighting to keep this one in. Ultimately thrown out of the zone. Chicago now with it, cutting up left side or right side as Bedard's got Mikheyev in the middle there. Quick pass over to Donato to Mikheyev just wide of the net there. Finds Bedard left side corner right into the slot there. A shot saved away by Rinzel. Well, saved away by Vamelka. Rinzel, the one with the shot, looking for his first there. Utah fighting for it right in front of their boards. They'll be able to take this one away after a little bit of push from Chicago. Schmaltz doubles back to his own zone. Teravainen with a little bit of pressure there. Sergachev now with it. Dumps this one back a little further. Looking for a quick pass up through neutral ice. He'll find Yamamoto, but that one chipped back behind the Chicago net. Soderblom pushes one along the right boards. Great play there by Yamamoto to keep that one deep, but ultimately can't get control of it. Chicago looking to clear left side. They will. Hayton will get to it first back in his own end, but not without some pressure. See here from who? Nazar, the one with the pressure there. Schmaltz cutting out with it. He'll dump this one back to Cole. Quick pass across to the left side. A shot towards the net. That one just wide. Hayton, the one with the shot there. Dumped back by Schmaltz. Line for Dursey. Back to Schmaltz. Into the middle there. Cole, a shot just wide up over the net. Schmaltz will get it back behind the Chicago net. Take his bounce here. Nazar cut out with it. Quick pass across to Levshinov. Or to Bertuzzi there. He'll dump this one into the Utah end. Back to Moore. He'll dump this one to the Chicago end. It's Vlasic with it. Quick pass across there. Now for Levshinov. He'll get this one up to Foligno. Dumping this one to the right side corner. Kesselring trying to fight that one away. Takes a couple bounces towards the net. That one just wide there. Moore throws this one to the front. That one taken away by Utah. And they'll chip this one out to neutral ice. Vlasic, he'll try to push this one up the left side boards, ultimately to no avail, though. Kesselring tries to get deep, but would have been very offside. They'll move this one back to the Utah end instead. Stenlund with it, trying to get a quick pass up there to Krause. Just goes a little wide. Moore, he'll push this one back to the Utah end. He's got Foligno to help him, tied up in the corner, though, and taken away by Stenlund. Now Kesselring with it. He'll wait behind his own net as both teams go for a change. 15-15 left in the first. Shots at 1-0 in favor of Chicago. Utah trying to move this one up past their own line. Maroon gets in the way just for a second. Quick pass over to Krause. That one thrown at the net and saved away by Soderblom. Krause fighting for it in the left side corner. He's got Doan to help him. Chicago looking to move this one down and out. Taken away. And they'll move right side with it. Maroon trying to chip this one out. Ultimately, will end up to Slaggert. He'll dump it back into the Chicago end instead. Back across right side. Chicago still tied up in their own zone. Utah pushes one along the right side boards instead. Taken around by Korchinski. He'll dump this one all the way to the right side point of their own line. Chicago looks to get that one up through neutral ice. Won't be able to. Utah cutting back in with it. Gunther throws one towards the net, looking for a tip there from Cooley. It's saved away by Soderblom. 14-28 left in the first now. I believe Murphy playing. I believe I saw him out there. So I believe Del Mastro, the one not in the lineup. So I'll have to see here. Probably during the first commercial, take a quick look there. 14-28 left in the first. So we cut away from Gunther. Right side draw on the Chicago end, taken back. Velasquez would look at this one to Levshinov. He moves right side corner to Bedard, and back behind the net they go now. Vlasic looking for an outlet pass there. Tries to find Donato. Will, but loses control of it. Bedard now cuts in right side with it. Thrown to the middle there. Jersey, easy takeaway for him. Back up the other way. He comes with speed. He's got Keller right in the middle. Jersey throwing one towards the net. That one bounce up into the... No, stays in play. Bounce up into the glass instead and ends up right side corner. Donato for Mikheyev. Right back to him. Quick pass crossing the slot there for Levchinov, trying to take a shot towards the net. That one blocked by Utah. Back down to Vlasic into the Chicago end with it. Back to Donato, who'll cut in right side. Quick pass cross for Bedard. Tied up at the line. He'll throw it across, and that one will end up out of the zone. Cooley now with it. Quick pass across there for Schmaltz. Too much pressure by him, and that one taken away by Chicago. Tied up along their own boards. Kaiser, he'll move this one back into their own end. Couple bounces, and this one will end up back to Utah zone, but they have control, launching this one to neutral ice. End up back to Marino. Long pass cross left side. Utah back, moving back in with it. Hayden drops this one back to Schmaltz, but completely whiffs on the puck there. Bertuzzi, quick pass across there. Left side, cutting him with speed. Backhand, that one saved away. Nazar looking for one. Bertuzzi looking to push this one to the right side corner. Sergachev trying to clear this one out. Bertuzzi will keep control, though. Now along the boards, I believe Slaggert with it. Nope, Teravainen the one there. Bertuzzi back in neutral ice. So look at this one across to Teravainen. Moving left side with it. It's got Nazar in the middle. Drop this one back to Bertuzzi instead. Launched all the way around the boards, trying to find Nazar. Ultimately, that one taken away by Utah. Looking for a long pass out, and it'll take a couple bounces there off a few Utah players and end up back down the Chicago end. Korchinski, quick pass back to Nazar as he dumps this one. Stripped away by Utah, though. Murphy, the one that was stripped from. A couple bounce right into the slot there. Ultimately, nothing from Utah. Korchinski, quick pass up to Foligno. Here's Moore racing up the left side with it. Throwing one towards the net, and that one just sticked away by Vamelka. DeSimone trying to clear this one out. Take a bounce to the right side corner. Nobody there but Utah. It's Bukestad with it now. Trying to cut down his own boards. Looks to clear, and he will. Vlasic trying to grab that one at neutral ice. Ultimately, that will squeak back to the Chicago end. Foligno tries to chip this one into the Utah end. It'll end up right to Jersey, though. Foligno stays back with pressure, but ultimately Utah's able to get this one to neutral ice. Krause will push them back to the Utah zone as they try a second chance at re-entry here. Kessering looks to clear, taken away right at the red line, though. Here's Slaggert moving in right side, tries to chip one up. Instead, this one poked away. Reichel not able to finish that one. Bounce back to Levchinov at the red line. Kaiser looking to push this one into the zone, ultimately right back to Chicago end. They'll look on a second chance here. Pushed up along the right side board. Squeaks in. Here's Reichel cutting up the right side with it. Slows the right side dot, trying to find Baroon. That one poked away. Big shot there from Kaiser, saved away by Vamelka as well. McBain will chip this one out to neutral ice and all the way down. It'll be Renzel with it. Quick pass over to Kaiser. Drop back for Maroon as they head back to the Chicago end. So they go for a change here. Kaiser now with it, the red line. Fresh skaters out on the ice. Bedard cutting in right side with it. Trying to throw it in front. Ultimately can't find Mikheyev there. Quick pass up to Cooley. He'll try and chip this one a little further. Still end up to Gunther either way. Drop back for Keller. Quick right back to Cooley. That one right off the crossbar there. Ends up back to Keller. Long pass across to Cooley. Left side with it. Tries to settle it down as it kind of bounced up at him. Instead, Chicago able to clear this one back to neutral ice. Marino get this one right back to Keller as he chips this one in right side. Korchinski looks to take this one away. Gunther grab it in the left side corner. Looks to throw this one to the middle. Nobody there but Chicago. Quick pass across to Korchinski. He'll look to move this one out. Here's Bedard cutting in with it. Throws one towards the net. That one, I believe, hit the... it either hit Sergachev or Hayden before that one even found Vamelka. Couple bounces to the left side corner. The Utah and Marino's able to clear this one all the way down. Murphy will get to it first, back behind the Chicago net. 10:05 now left in the first. Trying to get a pass there to Nazar. Taken away in front by Yamamoto. Shot second, looking for a rebound there, but both saved away by Soderblom. Kessering will look to keep this one in right side point. Both teams digging away. Take a bounce back to neutral ice, though. DeSimone back to Kessering in his own end. Long pass up the right side. Hayden trying to find this one away. Finds Yamamoto in front with it. And this one, delayed penalty. Will be a tripping on Utah here. Yamamoto, 2-minute tripping on Vlasic. So we'll see if Chicago can take advantage of this one, get on the board first. Whoever Before we do that, we got to head to commercial first. 9:42 left to play in the first. Both teams tied at 0. Listening to Utah, Chicago, and Utah is 1 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. .942 left to play in the first. Utah going to the box. 2-minute tripping by Yamamoto. So Chicago, first chance on the power play today. See if they can take advantage and start moving the game more in their favor. Utah's been controlling more offensively, just haven't been able to get too much on net. Really, anything they have, Soderblom's been able to see and stop very effectively. See if the Utah penalty kill can roll back into form here. Left side draw in the Utah end, taken back by Sergachev. Back to Kerfoot. He'll look to launch this one all the way down, and it goes. Left for Levshinov. He'll move out with it, dropping this one back. Bertuzzi will let this one ride. Now right back to him. Trying to cut in left side and settle dump it along to the right side boards. Now he'll get to it first in the corner. Tied with it, poke back behind the net, right to Cole. Left side, he's got time, and he dumps this one all the way to neutral ice. Levshinov will get it back first, though. Quick pass back to Bertuzzi. Trying to cut in through the middle with it. It'll be chipped into the zone by Teravainen. Quick pass across Bedard, barely catches that one. Moving left side corner, looks to throw this one into the front. Bertuzzi swinging at it from the air, ultimately ends up to Teravainen in the right side corner, trying to push this one back down the line. We'll get it to him manually. Now back to Bedard, left side dot with it, trying to throw one in front, takes a bounce wide. Over the right side boards and cleared all the way down. 8:40 left in the first, 55 seconds left in the Chicago power play. Shots currently tied at 4 apiece. Drop back for Korchinski, trying to push this one up, catches a couple bodies there. Drop back for Reichel, trying to get this one to Maroon. Too much pressure at the left side point, so we'll drop this one back to the Chicago line. Korchinski cutting up left side with it, tries to ring this one all the way around right side. Utah will get to it first, but can't keep that one out of the zone. Reichel thrown back down the line for Korchinski, throwing one into the front. Vejmelka, he'll hold for the save. 8:11 left in the first now, 29 seconds on the Chicago power play. Looking for a tip in front there on that last one. They did get one, just not as wide as they'd like it. 8:11 will be a left side draw in the Utah end. As we cut away from Vejmelka. Eventually. There we go. Tied up the drop, one back by Utah. Looking to clear, kept in by Korchinski, though, at the line. Quick pass across there, back to him. Now left side with it, Nazar. Throws one towards the net. That one batted down. Reichel not able to grab it. Another one towards the net. A couple saves there from Vejmelka and cleared all the way down by Utah. 10 seconds left in the Chicago power play now. Maroon with it. He'll try and get in the zone. He'll just circle right outside. Though great pressure there from Schmaltz, and this one killed off. Maroon will get this in on the second attempt here. Jump to the right side corner. Schmaltz will be able to clear this one back down the Chicago end. Long pass up through neutral ice for Veleno. Cooley back with pressure, pushes him all the way to the left side corner. Both teams staying away. Gunther able to throw this one to Keller, but ultimately that's the one taken right back by Chicago. Quick pass across to Foligno. Gets in left side with it. Look to ring this one around the boards, trying to find more there. So it'll end up to Valeno. Moore trying to fight to keep this one in. Ultimately, Utah. Catherine, quick pass up to Gunther. To Cooley, trying to get it back to him. Will push back down to the line for DeSimone. Back to Gunther, moving left side with it. Throws one toward the net. That one saved. Looking for a quick rebound there. Keller almost had one. Vlasic will be able to get to it, trying to clear this one up to Valeno. Chicago back up the other way. It's Moore moving in, looking to throw one towards the net. That one saved away. DeSimone able to get some pressure on him. They're back down to the Chicago end. Levchnov looking to quickly get this one back. Now Bedard with it. Looked like he was going to go in. So it'll double back to his own line. 6.5 left in the first now. Drop back now. Kaiser with it. Quick pass up for him to Donato. Cuts in left side with it. Pressured along the boards instead. Tries to cut in front. Donato still with control. Taken away by Utah just for a second there. Donato able to get that one back to Bedard. A quick shot there. One saved away by Vamelka. Ends up the left side corner. There's Marino cutting back over his own line. Dumping this one to the left side corner. Trying to throw this one in front. Tip there for Yamamoto. Just goes wide. Hayden back down the line for Marino. Throwing one towards the net. Looking for a tip there. Again wide. Great play there by McCabe, trying to push this one back behind the Chicago net. Schmaltz with great pressure. Look at this one to Levchnov, coming in to take it as Hayden, and he will. Back down to the middle. That one just poke checked away in time. Bedard racing for it. He'll cut in 3-on-1, now 3-on-2. Sergachev, great pressure there. He'll force Bedard to wait, trying to get a pass back to him, but already 2 players on him. Hayden will take this one away. Sergachev now back to Dursey. 5:20 left in the first. Dump the right side of the Chicago net. Will end up behind. Korchinski, the one to come and take this away. Chipped out of the zone, but chipped to the line. Kept in the zone just for a second. Shot towards the net. That one saved away. Chicago will push this one in. Right side of the Utah zone. Cole will get to it first. Around to Dursey. Nazar trying to come in and pressure that one off. Ultimately to no avail. McBain, a quick pass across to Krause. Will dump this one in left side corner. Doan racing for it. We push around by Chicago to find Nazar on the second attempt there. Kept in by McBain, but shot there blocked by Bertuzzi. Cross to Teravani, gets in right side, trying to get it back to Nazar. He'll push this one around for Bertuzzi, but stopped by McBain before he can get there. Passing to the front. So he gets in on the second attempt there. Vlasic, quick pass to the front. That one just wide. Nazar, the one looking for the shot there. It'll end up to Bertuzzi in the right side corner. Kerfoot digging to take this one away, and he will. Trying to clear, but kept in by Vlasic right at the line. Not for too long, though. Kessering's able to get to it first. He'll look to clear this one. That one will be a high stick on Utah, just to lay a game there. 4:22 left in the first. Both goalies, great action so far between both of them. Ultimately still tied at 1. Or not tied at 1. Tied at 0 in the first. There's the one I'm looking for. Listening to Utah, Chicago, and Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. About 4 left to play in the first, still tied up at 0. Chicago with some great chances. This Utah offense just not able to I mean, they're able to get in. They're doing very great on the back end to Chicago when they get in, getting good chances quick. But Bedard trying to pass a little too much when he gets into the zone. I don't know if it's that line specifically or just in general, but it seems like Chicago trying to look for too many passes. Utah just Soderblom able to keep everything out so far. Left side draw on the Chicago end. Taken back by Utah. Shot towards the net. That one looking for a tip there. More than one to get that one. He'll pass this one up to Veleno, cutting out left side. He'll dump this one in to the left side corner. Diesman will get to it first. Bad pass by him, though. Taken right back away by Veleno. Thrown back down to the line. Pushed all the way around by Renzel. Thrown back down the line. Renzel will keep this one in. Quick pass across the right side for Veleno. Quick pass to Bedard as it gets into the zone. Delayed penalty, I believe. Looking to throw this one in. Yes, it will be a delayed penalty here. Chicago still in control. Kerfoot able to get to it first, and finally this one called down. 3:43 left in the first now. Another penalty for Utah. Bukestad going to the box. I believe they called a... what did they call here? Actually, I didn't see. See in a second here once the app wants to update or they show a replay. There we go. Let's see here. Bukestad. Hooking. There it is. Hooking on Bukestad. So 3:43 Chicago. Second chance on the power play today. Left side, one back Bedard. Pushes one to Levchnov. Back down to Bedard. Left side point with it. Moving up the left side. He'll wait and consider his options. Now deep to left side corner. Back to Bedard. Moving down the wall. Looking to cut in front. Quick pass across left side. Sets up Levchnov. Big shot. That one wide. It'll bounce back to Bedard. Looking to cut in front with it. Still circling that left side dot. Looking for something. Back down the line for Levchnov. Quick pass across the right side. Now back to Levchnov. Round to Bedard. Circling now right side. Quick pass across over for Bertuzzi. Just canceled that pass down. Rung all the way around. Find its way back to him at the right side point. Teravainen right back to Bedard. Moving to the slot with it. Throws one towards the net. That one saved away by Vejmelka. There we go. Bukestad 2 minutes hooking against Veleno. There's the rest of that. 2:54 left in the first. 1:11 on the Chicago power play. Shots currently tied at 7. Though I believe it's 8-7 in favor of Chicago, and the scorebook's just not updated. Right side draw in the Utah end. It's the Chicago power play. Playing smart. Just taking it slow, seeing what they can do. One back by him. Now Levchnov at the line. Quick pass across to Teravainen. Back to Levchnov. Left side with it. Now Bedard right. Trying to cut up with it. Quick pass down to Teravainen. Levchnov one towards the net. Looking for a rebound is Donato, but Vejmelka's already got the puck in his glove. 2:40 left in the first. 57 seconds left in the Chicago power play. Oh, might have already been updated because now we're sitting 8-7 in favor of shots for Chicago. Right side draw again in the Utah end. So we cut away from Levchnov. There we go. We tied up the dot. We'll try this one a second time. Bedard, and I couldn't see who else was on the draw as they keep cutting away. McBain. It'll be McBain and Donato now as Bedard kicked out of the dot. One to the right side corner. Marino will get to it first, trying to get this to Cooley. He'll look to clear left side. Nobody there, so we'll end up back down the Chicago line. Drop back for Bedard with it. Back in his own end, chipping it up to Bertuzzi. Trying to get this one over to Levchnov. They'll fight to keep this one in. Utah will grab this one and clear it all the way down. 2:15 left in the first. 30 seconds on the Chicago power play. Bedard with it. Cutting out of his own zone with speed. Right side. Able to break past a couple defenders there. Gets deep to the right side corner. Thrown back down the line for Maroon. Another one towards the net by Renzel. That one saved away and pushed all the way down the Chicago line. 10 seconds now in the power play. Renzel will dump this one around. Vejmelka will get to it first, pushing it over to Sergachev, looking to clear. Stopped at the red line, though. Renzel back with him. He's got Korchinski to help, and this one cleared off by Utah again. Renzel cutting in, tries to chip that one, but stopped out of midair by Schmaltz. Trying to cut up with it, ends up back to Schmaltz, looking to get in front, a chip, and that one ends up over the net, right back to Schmaltz, trying to set up Bukestad in front, ultimately bounce back to him, now down at the line. Kesselring back with it, right side. Schmaltz looking to throw in towards the net, takes a bounce. Soderblom able to keep enough out, though. Lent up to Maroon along the right side boards and rocketed back down to the Utah end. Gunther will get to it first. Circling back behind his own net, now up to Kesselring. Quick pass across there for Krause, I believe. Now up to Keller. Gunther rocketing in that left side with it. Force the outside. Will end this one to Cooley. Back down the line for Jersey. Thrown towards the net. And Soderblom. He'll make the save. 52.6. Are we really going to go to... Are you kidding me? Good Lord. 52 seconds left in the first. We'll be back after the short commercial break, I guess. You're listening to Utah Chicago on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. .6 left in the first. Both teams tied at 0. A lot of chances between both teams. At least, tied at 0, but good offense between both. Chicago playing great. Utah able to do very good, both offense and defense. A lot of strips from Utah so far, really digging into that defensive end. And Schmaltz playing phenomenal so far in this first. Right side draw on the Chicago end, one back by him. It'll be Murphy circling his net to the left side. Tries to clear this one out to neutral ice, and it will be. Who just barely kept in. Keller dancing at the left side with it as he's pressured by Vlasic, tied up against the boards. Gunther coming in to help, Cooley waiting on the wings. Veleno trying to take this one away from him. It'll be pushed to the left side corner now. Cooley coming in to help. Murphy trying to clear. Ultimately, Cooley still in control, pushing around. Veleno able to take this one away. They take this one away, but tied up in the corner again. Push right side, looking for a better result. Will end up to Moore as he's great play by him to get this one out. Here's Veleno moving with it, throws one towards the net. That one hits the body there of Cooley. Amazing defense from him. Utah looking to clear, and they just barely will. Gunther with it will chip this one into the Chicago end. 5 seconds. Back behind the net, left side corner. Moore back with it. 1 second, chipped out of the zone, but it doesn't matter. That'll be the end of the first. Final shots at the end of the first. So I can pull it back up. 10-9 in favor of Chicago. Great effort from both teams so far. As much as a meaningless game as this is, it looks like it's going to be a fun one. Plus, it's early, so, not too bad, all things considered. Utah 0, Chicago 0. You're listening to Utah Chicago on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. See you back in about 15 for the second. Welcome back. So we're going to start the second period, still tied at 0. Stats before we head into the second. Shot sitting 10-9 in favor of Chicago. Face-off 7-5 in favor of Utah. Utah no power plays in the first. Chicago 0 for 2. Hits 5-2 in favor of Utah, and block shots 7-3 in favor of Utah. Hits 5-2 in favor of Chicago, block shots 7-3 in favor of Utah. Read that backwards. Additionally, a stat to be on the lookout for: giveaways 13-3 in favor of Chicago through the first 20, which, while giveaways do include when a team attempts to dump the puck around and then the other team gets to it first, that's still a concerning number to be on the lookout for as we head into the next 40. Utah just needs, both teams honestly just keep playing same game they played in the first. Don't let up. Utah especially, great back check, fight for it in the Chicago end. It's been phenomenal so far. So as long as they can keep that up and maybe get some more quality shots, maybe get Soderblom moving, be critical for them. Chicago, I think, just needs to slow down a little, make sure their passes actually hit, because they've been looking to kind of pass it across and then it ends up wide or it gets deflected on its way. It gets stopped completely. I think they just need to slow it down and just understand, hey, we're keeping pace with them. Just make sure we get our passes down. It'll be Veleno and Stenlin on the opening draw again. One back by Utah. Here's Jersey trying to cut up Whittle. Get a pass over to Bukestad. Taken away by Kaiser, though. Tied up along the boards. Looking to clear. Utah looks to push it deeper, but ultimately taken away at the line. Trying to move in. Here's Veleno. Great steal from him, but taken away by Utah equally as fast. Kerfoot with it. Trying to chip this one to Bukestad. Taken away along the boards by Renzel, I believe. Yes, it was him. Cleared back to neutral ice. Utah with it now. DeSimone in his own end. Over to Cole. Back now to DeSimone, looking for a long pass up there. Hits the skates of Veleno. Will pick it back up himself and dump it in left side. Utah going for a change during all this. Renzel tied him in the left side corner, looking to push it down the line. We'll get it to Foligno. Now quick pass up by them. Tied up is Moore, he just can't quite hold that pass down. Utah back the other way. Quick pass over to Krause. That one intercepted at the line. Would have been an offside. Zildona push back down to the Utah end for Kesselring. Now to McBain. Will chip this one over to Krause, dumping this one to the right side corner. It'll end up to Doan first, trying to throw this one to McBain in front of rebound there for Krause. Oh, what a save there by Soderblom. Incredible. Maroon fighting for it in the left side corner. Will get this one over to Levsinov. Taken away by Doan, trying to throw it in front again to Krause. Another backhand hits a couple Chicago skaters, ends up to the right side corner. Maroon able to clear this one down. Sergachev will get to it first. 18.5 left in the second. Sergachev skating through pretty much right through the middle, throws one towards net. Soft little shot. Soderblom make another save. Really hope they show the replay on that one. No reason they won't. Yeah, it was in the right side corner, thrown to the front. One save rebound. I don't know if Reichel got some of it. Now look to be all Soderblom on the save there. Just gets over to the right side in time. Excellent effort to stop Krause right at the door. 18-24 left side draw on the Chicago end. Eventually, after we cut away from the bench, there we go. Bedard and Cooley on the draw. Bedard out of the dot, so it'll be somebody else as they've cut away. Again, like they always do. Donato on the draw instead. Regardless, one back by Utah. Cole looks to snap him towards the net. That one goes wide. Cooley trying to throw one, or not Cooley trying to throw one in front. Jersey trying to throw one in front, ultimately taken away. Korchinski will look to push this one around left side out of the zone, and he will up to Levshinov. Cutting out with it. Be forced to ring that one around, and that's Mikheyev, not Levshinov. Looking for a tip in front there by Mikheyev. That one just saved by Vmelka. Now Donato behind the net. He'll find Bedard right side with it. Looking to toe jag. Release that one into the net. Won't be able to. Korchinski shot that would have went wide completely. Stopped by Utah on the slot and taken back to neutral ice. Utah back their own end. Looking to quickly get this one back to the Chicago side. Gunther will push it back now to Cole. Ripping one through neutral ice. Taken away by Mikheyev. Trying to push one to Bedard. It'll be pushed right side outside the Utah end. Back now to the Chicago side. Murphy with it. Murphy trying to move up with it. He'll dump this one right at the line. Utah will stop that attempt, and up the other way they go. Dersey trying to drop that one back to Schmaltz, just wide on the pass there. Mikheyev back across to Bertuzzi now. Into the slot there for Renzella. Shot that one wide. Back to him. He circles at the right side point, throwing one towards the net. Hits the Utah body for it. Finds Vejmelka. Now to Schmaltz, and Utah back the other way. Yamamoto with it as he tries to cut in. Will be forced to dump this one left side corner instead. Taken away by Chicago. Delayed penalty on Utah there. Won't be called just yet. Bertuzzi will drop this one back. So he'll let Soderblom get to the bench. It'll be a tripping call on Utah. Kaiser with it. Up to Bertuzzi as he tries to cut in right side. Forced to ring this one around. Kessler will get to it first, and he'll touch the puck. 16:33, Utah back to the box for the third time already today. Hayton, 2 minutes tripping against Nazar, just digging for it behind the Utah net and just falls flat. Utah has stifled the first 2 attempts, but the Chicago team seeming to pick up momentum here. So if they can keep this going, maybe this is the power play where they get something going. 16:33. Shots tied up at 11 apiece so far. Once we cut away from the benches. There we go. Will be a left side draw on the Utah and one back to the left side corner. Sergachev racing to grab it first, trying to dump it around. Takes a bounce off the side of the net, though. Now Teravainen with it, trying to throw that in front. Great defense there by Sergachev. He'll dump that one all the way on Soderblom. Levshinov back behind his own net now with it. Looking to cut out. He'll get this one to Donato. Left back for Bedard. Racing out with speed. He'll leave this one to the left side. Back across to Donato. Rips one right over the net. Back to left side corner. Cole get to it first. He'll get this one around to Sergachev. Looking to clear, and he will. All the way down. But Kerfoot back with pressure. Soderblom a little out of his net. It will be knocked down by Kerfoot, but too much pressure. He tries to 1-on-4 his way in front of the net. Levshinov with it. Will drop this one back for Bertuzzi. Be dumped left side into Utah, and nobody there but Utah to grab it. So Dersey's able to push this one all the way down. Here's Cooley with it, looking for a shorthanded rush here. He's got McBain to help. Instead, he'll move this one back to neutral ice. Back to Dersey. Now Marino in the Utah end as they just try and kill time off the power play. McBain back behind the Chicago net with it, trying to push it around to Cooley, ultimately taken away. 45 seconds down the Chicago penalty, or the Chicago power play. Levshinov, quick pass up to Nazar, trying to set, looked like Reichel in the middle there, ultimately to no avail. Drop back now to Korchinski. Chipped up to Reichel, drop this one back to Maroon. Now down the line with it. Here's Renzel trying to chip one up. Nazar circling the right side with it. He's got 18 seconds on the power play now. Back down the line for Korchinski. Back to Nazar, cutting to the right side with it. Schmaltz, great pressure. Trying to get one in front. Nazar just short there. Stays in play, though. Left side with it. Utah looking to clear before power play's over. Won't be able to. Nazar dancing at the left side with it. This one killed off. Back behind the net. Now Reichel with it. Dropping it back down the line for Korchinski. Pass across left side for Renzel. Catches a couple bodies there, but kept in by Maroon. Kept in by Nazar. Drop back to the line. Korchinski, another one, looking for a rebound in front. This one taken away by Schmaltz, and he'll finally clear this one out. Renzel with it. He'll cut in left side through neutral ice, trying to get deep there. Veleno with pressure, looking to clear this one around, but Utah will stop before it gets deep. They'll push it deep themselves. It's Dersey with it now. Back behind his net to Marino in the left side corner. Slaggert back with pressure. Ultimately, Utah still in control. Marino chipping this one left side. Will end up back behind the Chicago net. Soderblom with it. Quick pass across to Murphy. Around to the right side corner. Looking to clear it out to neutral ice. They will. Utah will get to it first, though. Dumped in right side. Soderblom licks the slope. Instead of leave this one back to Murphy again. Chipping it out right side this time with control. They move out with it. Veleno loses control of the puck over the blue line, though. Krause with it. Quick pass up to Cooley. Back to Kesselring. Kesselring moving in with it. Big pass across the right side there for Keller. Just whiffs on the shot. And DeSimone, not Krause there. Left side, Chicago looking to clear. Will take a bounce back down to neutral ice, but Kesselring first one to get to it. Slaggert back with pressure, though. Ultimately heads to the bench for a change instead. 13 now left in the second. Kesselring skating in his own end. Finally gets this one up there neutral ice. Back to Keller, launching this one right side. Knocked down, and that one wide. Back to Keller. Now Sergachev at the line with it. Trying to find Doe, the one with the initial shot there. Cole will take a bounce off a couple Chicago skaters, and up the other way they come. It's Moore with it. Over to Bedard, loses control. Back to Moore behind the net. Tied up along the boards, we'll find Bedard again. He's got McCabe in the middle, but too much pressure on him. We'll move down the boards with it instead. Now back down the line, leaves it for Kaiser. Back to Bedard. Trying to chip one in front for Moore, or for McCabe this time. Back down the line for Bedard again, pushing it deep to Donato. He'll get it to the He'll get it to the left side corner for Kaiser. Looking for a quick pass in front there is McCabe. Chicago keeps this one in the zone, though. Kaiser looking to get this one left side. Boards just goes wide, though. It'll end up back behind the net. Cole looking to get this one out. Bad pass from him, though. Bedard will dump it back down the line for Levshinov. Another pass down the line. Kaiser. Quick pass to the right side there for Donato. And this one held by Vejmelka. 11:53. Chicago with some incredible offense today. Just Vejmelka keeping them in it so far. Utah, though, killing off their major power play opportunities. So this game so far could go either way. Listening to Utah Chicago on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. $11:53 left in the second now. Still scoreless so far, but not without a lack of chances. Chicago playing phenomenally offensively. Just Vejmelka keeping them in it. Same story for Utah. Offense has been playing good when they can get into the zone. Just Soderblom keeping out what he's needed to so far. See if Utah can get anything going. The only plus right now is Utah's killed off 3 power plays so far. So as long as they can keep that up, I mean, preferably stay out of the box, but, what are you going to do? At this point, you've already taken the penalty. Least you can do is kill it off. And so far, successfully done that. Right side draw in the Utah zone. Kerfoot and can't tell for Chicago. It'll be Bedard on the draw. Try this a second time. Tied to the dot, both digging in. Utah will come away. It's Kesselring with it, looking to push this one out left side. Kept in by Bedard, though, trying to move it to himself. But this one picked away by Bukestad. Up the other way they go. Stenlund, quick pass to Kerfoot. Drop back the line for Dursey. A shot towards the net, and it bounces in. Of course, not Dursey. That one, DeSimone. This shot there, and it bounces in. Not sure if Stenlund tipped that one or not, but regardless of who got it in, great shot, great goal. I have to see on the replay here. It was pretty much just a laser from the left side point. Here we go. Drop back at the line, shot towards the net, and this one Oh, it's Bukestad, actually, that tips this one in. Stenlin was just the net front presence there. Lee Bukestad with the goal, his 6th of the season. DeSimone and Kerfoot with the assists, their 5th and 11th, respectively. And just like that, Utah on the board. Opening draw was won back by Chicago, down to the Utah end this one, and icing on them. As I was saying, just like that, Utah's up 1. Great tip in front there, Soderblom. Not much you can do about that one. Shots now sit 13-12 in favor of Chicago. But the way they've been playing, I could see them getting a couple good rushes here, get some offense going, and equally tie this game up. Left side draw on the Chicago end will be Hayton and somebody too deep for numbers. Nazar, the one on the draw. One back by Utah, right to Cole as he moves the slot with it, looking to throw one towards net. This one wide. Lend up to Teravainen as he looks to clear back to neutral ice, and he will. Takes a long bounce there. Nobody knows where that one, or nobody knew where that one was going to end up. Utah looking to push this one. Lend up back to Yamamoto now. A drop back from Schmaltz. Fired from the line there to be kept in by Cole. Ultimately taken away. Chicago, here they come. Nazar in all alone. Save. Looks for a rebound. Nothing there. Chicago with a great observation there to move up with it. Hayton, quick pass to Yamamoto. That one catches Korchinski. Back to Nazar. So he dumps this one to the Utah end. Push to the right side corner. Miscommunication there. Chicago looking to throw that one in front there for Reichel. Ultimately nothing there. Yamamoto cutting out with it. Back now to Schmaltz, throwing one towards net, saved away by Soderblom. Push to the right side corner. Nobody there. Utah throws one to the middle. Another save by Soderblom. Stenlin looking for the rebound. And this one held down by Soderblom. Great observation there by Chicago to see Nazar deep alone just launch that puck to him. And then he gets the breakaway that he wants. Yeah, looking at the replay here, he is completely deep even before that one gets the passing stick there. Tries to go 5-hole and catches his own rebound. Saved by Vejmelka, and then Soderblom a couple in close. Stenlin also looks to grab his own rebound. 10:25, left side draw on the Chicago end. DeSimone shot towards the net. That one saved away. I believe that caught the shoulder of Soderblom there, and Chicago pushes one back down to the Utah zone. DeSimone with it. He's got Stenlin back to help him. Great pressure there by Slaggert. Pushes him all the way behind the Utah net. Dumped around to Kesselring in the right side corner. Chipped up to Bukestad. Can't quite clear it, though. Chicago keep it in. Renzel the one to dump that one to the corner. DeSimone looking to get this one around. Tied up in the boards. Ends up back around to Reichel. Pushes one to Maroon right side. Back down the line for Renzel. Dancing with it. Looking to get to the slot. Quick pass over to the left side for Korchinski. A pass there. Maroon looking for a rebound. Goes wide. Another shot from Chicago. Renzel with one. Couple saves there from Vejmelka. Lend up to the right or left side corner. Maroon moving right. Tries to throw it to Renzel in front. Throws one towards the net. And this one saved by Vejmelka. Had to have been at least 4 saves there. Look on the replay here if it's the one I think it is. No, it's not. Never is. Utah hopefully slow things down, get it out of their zone, but the Chicago offense not letting up. So even though they might have the lead, don't expect it for very long. 9:34 left in the second. Utah up 1-0 against Chicago. You're listening to Utah Chicago on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. 9:34 left in the second. Utah up 1. Quick addendum, actually crediting that one to DeSimone. So that his first. So that's try that one again. Crediting it to DeSimone now instead of Bukestad, so his first of the season. Kerfoot and Stenlund with the assist, their 11th and 10th respectively. Additionally, looking at it during the commercial there, Ovechkin, another one on the board, 5 short of Gretzky. Right side draw in the Utah zone, one back by him, trying to cut out is Marino. He'll look to push this one in right side. He'll end up all the way around to Foligno. He'll push this one right side, kept in line by Marino. Now quick pass to Sergachev. Has Cooley in the slot over the right side for Keller. Looking to find Cooley for a tip. This one just wide. Levshinov able to take this one away in the left side corner. Up the other way they go. Foligno now with it. He's got Foligno to help him. Drops this one back for Levshinov. Back to Foligno. Oh my goodness. Couple quick moves and this one tied up. What did I tell you? The Chicago offense has been playing phenomenal today. Some good passing and a series of beautiful little dekes and dunks there by Foligno. Have to see the replay on that one. His 7th of the season, Levshinov and Foligno with the assists, their 5th and 18th respectively. Let's see here. Foligno cuts in right side, drops this one back, and then right to him. Oh. Levshinov right to Foligno in front. Tries to cut right, back to the left, and Vejmelka right out of the way. Tries to get back over left in time, but ultimately just short. So this one tied up at 1. Utah want to win this one back. Dumped into the Chicago end. Will end up to Korchinski behind the net. Hayton with pressure, though, as he looks to clear this one around. Donato will find Bedard, cutting out with it. Moves in right side. Tries to fire one towards the net. Hits the stick there of Cole, but ultimately still saved away by Vejmelka. Here's Yamamoto now with it. Cutting into the middle. Drop this one across the right side for Schmaltz. Firing one towards the net. That one wide. Cole coming up from the line to keep this one in. Back to Schmaltz deep with it. Trying to get this one to Yamamoto in front. Back down the line now for Dursey. Firing one towards the net. This one wide. Be tied up in the left side corner instead. So Utah leave this one for Chicago. Korchinski. Long pass up to neutralize. Trying to find Mikheyev there. Utah push it right back in for Murphy to look to clear, but kept in there by Doan. Back into the slot there. And bad pass will end up back down to neutral ice. DeSimone with it, looking to fire this one up. Taken away by Bedard instead. Chicago looking to push this one into the Utah zone for longer than 2 seconds. DeSimone back with it. Kesselring now to McBain. Cutting out with it, right through the middle. Drop back to Doan. Looking to fire one, but too much pressure on him there to get shot off. Chicago back in their own zone, looking to chip this one. Nazar will get it to the right side corner. DeSimone will get to it first, though. Teravainen back with pressure. Failed clear attempt will end up left side boards of the Utah zone now. And finally, this one back to neutral ice. Trying to push this one in. Bertuzzi will get it around, but Vejmelka will look to slow. Now to DeSimone, left side with it. Tied up behind the net now. Beautiful pass there to Bertuzzi, just wide for Nazar. They'll find Kaiser along the left side boards with it. Tied up, but still he has control. Now to Rinzel as he spins to grab that one. Right side boards with it, tied up. We'll look to push this one to the right side corner. Both teams digging away at it. Teravainen in control. Pressure by Kesselring as he looks to move this deeper. Taken away by Utah. Here's Krause cutting out with it. We'll chip this one in left side as I believe both teams go for a change here. Soderblom will push this one right side and immediately back to Rinzel. Taken away by Utah on the left side corner, though. It's Stenlund with it. Leaves this one for Bukestad. Down the line there. Big shot from Sergachev. That one just wide. Looking for a quick rebound there is Kerfoot, but saved away by Soderblom. 6:24 left in the second now. Shot sitting 19-16 in favor of Chicago. Breaking that down. 10-9 Chicago in the first. 9-7 Chicago in the second. Right side draw on the Chicago end. Once we get settled down here, it'll be Veleno. And once we cut away from him, we'll see who's coming in to challenge. It'll be Stenlund. Tied up with the dot as both teams dig away. It'll bounce to the middle. Maroon will get to it first, looking to clear. Kept in line by Kerfoot, but knocked out immediately by Slagger. Great play by him. Marino looking to push this one up to neutral ice. Will take a bounce back to him as that attempt failed. Stopped by the referee, actually, right at the Chicago line. Doesn't matter, so they'll push it as Utah will get it right back to their own zone. Bukestad looking to chip it in. We'll get on the left side this time. Korchinski fighting for it. He'll take a bounce down to Murphy. See, he's on the right side corner looking to get this one to neutral ice. He will. Long pass across. Reichel will wait for it. He'll throw one towards the net, and that one's saved away. Kerfoot will get to it first. Left side in his own zone. Cutting right through the middle of neutral ice. Trying to deke and dunk his way. Instead, he'll just chip it to the right side corner. Big collision there in the corners. Both players kind of trip there. They'll call this one dead. Vlasic and Kerfoot both tumbling into the boards. Both getting up on their own, so both all right. Vlasic a little shaken up. Hopefully we see a replay here, but we never do. Nope, of course we don't. 5:32 left in the second, tied up at 1 so far. You're listening to Utah Chicago on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. .532 left in the second, tied up at 1. Utah with the initial shot on net from the point, and then Chicago ties it up with a beautiful little passing play. We'll see if either team can take the lead before the period ends. Wouldn't shock me, both teams playing with high offense today. Once we cut away from the bench, get this one going again. Eventually, I don't know what we've been waiting on. Yeah, Kerfoot's playing on the iPad. That's great. But there we go. Right side draw on the Chicago end, tied up behind the net. Gunther trying to dig away. I just got Cooley in to help. Kaiser trying to pin this one up against the wall. Great play by him there. Finally, it makes its way around to Bedard. Back down to Kaiser. Chicago looking to clear this one up out of their zone. Utah will fight to keep it in, though. Cooley looks to keep this one down, but back the other way Chicago goes. Donato, long pass out to Bedard, moving up with it. Shot. Now one saved away. Rebound, another one. And then the third attempt there. That one will go in. Donato off the third rebound, and Chicago up 2-1 now. Just keep digging away at it in front. Bedard with the initial shot, and then the rebound, again by him, finally bounces out to Donato. Seeing the replay here. Dart up the right side, cuts in front with it. First shot, second shot, and then Donato in for the third. His 29, that's a 9. You can read 29th of the season. Bedard with the assist, his 38th. Doesn't shock me Chicago's up. They've been playing extremely well today. Not sure if this is just how they've been playing over the last little bit, but I think the inclusions of Moore and Rinzel into the lineup have really sparked something today. really liked what I've seen from both of them. They don't look out of place at all. 5:05 left in the second. Opening draw, one back by Chicago. Rinzel will dump this one in right side corner. Vamelko will push this one left side for Dursey, looking to clear this one out. Chicago barely won't keep this one in. Back to Rinzel at the Chicago line. Chipped up to Teravainen as he tries to get this one in. Kaiser will pass this one across to Nazar instead, and he'll be the one to get it in. Around right side for Bertuzzi, can't hold that pass down. Schmaltz will look to clear this one. Hayton racing for it. Kaiser will get to it first, though. Regardless, both will end up in the left side corner. Both team digging away. Yamamoto trying to take this one. Will end up to Schmaltz. Will push it around left side. Nobody there, though. Kaiser first to get to it. Cleared out to neutralize. Back for Utah. It's Cole now with it. Quick pass across for him. Back to DeSimone. Long pass over to Hayton. Throws him towards the net. I believe they hit the bar. Tied up left side corner now. And able to be cleared back down to the Utah end. It does have the legs for an icing. 4:06 left in the second now. Back to Chicago end will go for the face-off. Shot sitting 22-16 in favor of Chicago at this point. Just effortless by them tonight. I don't know if it's just Utah not playing really as much, which wouldn't shock me. They've been very inconsistent throughout the year. Maybe with the knowledge that they're not making the playoffs, they've taken their foot off the gas significantly. Nazar McBain left side draw in the Chicago end. On the second attempt here, McBain, no, he'll stay in the dot. Looked like he was going to get kicked out. Ultimately won't. Back to DeSimone, fires one towards the net. That one wide. Teravainen looked to clear it. Ultimately kept in by Utah. Back to Krause. Deep for Doan. Looks for one from an angle. Swings at it from the air. Both saved away by Soderblom. Now tied up to the right side corner. Teravainen will get to it first. He'll push this one back for Kaiser. Back behind the net for Rinzel now. Cleared out to neutralize. Utah not able to stop this one and neutralize. Instead it'll find its way to Kessering back behind the Utah net. 3:35 now. McBain cuts up the right side. Pressured by Valeno, but keeps control. Tries to throw it in front. Still behind the net with it, though. Krause is up this one back to the right side point. Quick pass across. Now Sergachev fires one towards the net and it bounces in. That's two tips in front from Utah. Both shots from the left side point, actually. Regardless, if that's what it takes for Utah to score, that's what they're going to do. See who they credit this one with for this second, then who they decide gets it later. As of this second, Sergachev with the goal. We'll see on the replay here if anybody tips it in. I don't think he's certain they even got that one. There we go. Finally, the replay. Pushed around, right side point with it. Sergachev. Might be Krause's goal. That's a tough angle to tell. This one might be better. It might have bounced off Korchinski there, actually. So maybe this will stay Sergachev's. Regardless, we'll see what they think later. Opening draw, one back by Chicago. Utah will take it away immediately, though. Dumped left side corner. Will take a bounce to the right. Korchinski looking to clear. Kept in by Utah, though. Kerfoot with it. Right side corner. 3:05 left in the second now. Both teams still digging away. Valeno looking to clear this one out. Utah taken away. Here's Stenlund moving with it left side. Drops us back down the line. Now Marino with it right. Back to Stenlund, left side point. Fires one again and tipped in again. We'll see if Kerfoot got this one or if that's the second for Stenlund. Or not Stenlund, Sergachev, the other S name. Well, that's three shots from the left side point that had been tipped in front. So I guess that's just what Utah needs to do. In a matter of 31 seconds between both goals, Utah back in the lead. Kerfoot, his 11th. Sergachev with the only assist as of this second, his 33rd. Still waiting on assists for Sergachev's goal, the tying one. Oh, yeah, that one obviously Kerfoot's. That one clear as day, Sergachev, and then Kerfoot kind of jumping and then hits it with his stick as he's coming down. So impressive there. 2:50 left in the second. Now Utah back in the lead. Chicago back with it again. It'll be Levshinov. He'll dump this one in right side. Catches a bounce. Vamelko will knock this one back behind his own net. He'll squeak in front and he'll hold for the save. 2:36 now. Shot sitting 22-20 in favor of Chicago, breaking that down. 10-9 Chicago in the first, 13-11 Chicago in the second. Additionally, Marino now credited with an assist on the third goal, his 11th of the season. Left side draw on the Utah end. I believe Donato and Cooley, if I can read those numbers right. Yes, I can. Tied up the dot. Both teams digging away. Finally breaks free to Levshinov. Moves back behind the Utah net. Cutting right side. Throws one to the front. That one saved away. Donato back with it. Tied up in the corner. Finally squeaks free. Back to Levshinov. Looks to fire one towards the net, and he will. Mikheyev with the initial rush there, not Levshinov. Dumped all the way down by Utah, but Kerfoot will get to it first, preventing the icing. Tied up along the left side boards, push it behind the net for Bukestad, cutting this one back down to the point. Shot there by Marino, I believe, and that one wrong point, so it tips wide. Kerfoot with it. Stenlin fires one, that one saved away. Finds its way back down to Bukestad, the left side boards with it. Looks to throw one in front. Chicago will pick that one off. Donato back with it. Get it back behind his own net for Levshinov. Now quick pass back to him. Cutting up right side with speed, 1:40. Cuts in. Doan able to take that one away from him. No penalty there. Sergachev cuts it the other way. Finally gets this one over the red line. Quick pass to Krause there. Tied up along the boards by Renzel. Forced to push it around to Doan in the right side corner. Maroon on him. Back to Krause. Now behind the Chicago net. Breaks free just long enough for McBain to get to it. Push down the boards. Doan coming into hell, but can't do too much. Still tied up. Renzel in the middle as well. Bedard trying to break this one free. Ultimately slides neutralized right to DeSimone. He'll fire this one in. Catches a stick there. Stays in play though. Left for Renzel. Left side corner. Loses control. Will make its way to Slaggert. Cutting up out of the zone with it. Moving in right side with speed. Although there'll be a fight that stops that rush for him. It'll be Maroon and McBain with 54.1 left in the second. Wolf grapple. Maroon getting every punch in. McBain with one good one. And McBain down. All right, there we go. Not sure if that was the best idea. I mean, I'm sure Utah initiated that one there, but if you're Chicago, you've got Slaggert blasting up the right side and likely would have gotten past all the defenders. So, not sure if they just didn't notice. We'll see on the replay here who started this one. Yeah, McBain in the back hitting everybody. Yeah, Maroon initiates the fight, actually, just facing the complete opposite way of the play, so just didn't see Slaggert running up. But regardless, I think even if he did see it, more of an integrity thing. McBain rocks Renzel, forgot his name there for a minute, into the boards, and then I believe he hit, I didn't see who else he hit. Regardless, 54.1 left in the second. Utah up 3-2. We'll still play 5-on-5, I believe. Although they're looking at it. Actually, it looks like Utah is going to come away with a power play here. McBain and Maroon both 5 minutes each. 5 minutes each for fighting, but Maroon also getting an additional 2 for unsportsmanlike. So 54.1, yeah, Utah heading to the power play. See if they can extend their lead even further. Foligno, Cooley on the draw left side, Chicago end. So we wait for players to be sent to the box. I don't believe Maroon's serving that unsportsman. One back by Utah. Sergachev left side point with it. Chips this one to Schmaltz. Taken away by Chicago, though, and dumped all the way down. Mikheyev racing for it. Sergachev will pin him in the right side corner. Will squeak free to Schmaltz. Trying to chip it over to Foligno. Find its way back to Mikheyev. Can't get in front with it. Schmaltz instead. He'll dump this one back for Keller. Now right back to Schmaltz, moving up the left side with speed. Can't quite get in front as Murphy pins him up into the boards. Keller right side now with it. 15 will find Schmaltz back behind, or Cooley back behind the net. Schmaltz in front. Shot there, that one saved away. To the left side corner for Gunther. Keller can't hold that pass down. 5 seconds. Chicago able to clear, and that one will be the end of the second. Minute 06 stays on the power play for Utah heading into the third. As we stand now, shots are gone. So let's pull up the thing. Shots sitting 23-22 in favor of Chicago as we head into the second intermission. Utah up 3-2 off a couple quick shots. We'll still credit that second goal to Kerfoot as we double check here. Marino and Krause with the assists on that one. So that's Marino's 11th assist, Krause 6th. So now Marino's assist on the Kerfoot goal, his 12th of the season. See if Utah can do anything with the 1 minute of power play time they have heading into the third, regardless, up 3. So all they need to do is hold the lead down for another 20. Utah 3, Chicago 2. You're listening to Utah Chicago on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. See you back in about 15 for the third. Welcome back as we get ready to start the third period. Utah on the power play and up 3-2. Stats before we head into the third. Shots now sitting 23-22 in favor of Utah. Breaking that down to 10 apiece in the first and 13-12 Utah in the second. Face-off sitting 17-12 in favor of Utah. Utah currently 0-1 on the power play. Chicago 0-3. Hits 13-11 in favor of Utah, and block shots 14-9. Utah just needs to keep doing what they're doing. I mean, it's the same thing I said during the first. It's really both teams just keep up what they're doing. Chicago maybe tighten things down a little defensively, and I guess it could be said as well for Utah, because there have been a lot of shots, a lot of offense so far. However, both goaltenders keeping them in. Utah, if they're going to want to score on Soderblom, as has been proven, not necessarily just looking for tips in front, but needing to make sure they screen Soderblom well. Then for Vejmelka, just get shots in front and keep digging away. As that second Bedard didn't score it. The second goal showed Bedard keeps digging away at it, gets a rebound out, and then it's in. So we'll see if Utah can do anything with about a minute 05 or 06 left on the power play. Opening draw will be Stenlin and Foligno on the draw once we get everybody situated. I believe we're just waiting for everybody to get back into the box. There we go. Opening draw tied up along the line, but pushed into the Utah end. It'll be Sergachev that gets back to it first. Now a minute even left on the Utah power play. Drop back for Schmaltz. Cutting out with it. Gets in right through the middle. Now across to Keller. Left side point with it. Moves right side. Gets this one to Sergachev, and that one offsides. Just barely, though, as that pass just a little wide, and then right off his own skate to a stick, back in the zone. 19:41 left in the third now. It'll be Cooley and Foligno left side draw outside the Chicago zone. One back by Utah. Keller circling with it. It'll cut in left side. Pushes this one around the boards. It'll find its way to Gunther right side. Push back around left. Chicago looking to get in the way of this one. Vlasic looking to clear, and he will all the way down. Melka leave this one for Sergachev, cutting up and out with it. Getting in left side, we'll get this one to Gunther, right back to Sergachev. Deep with it, looks to cut in front, looks for one from an angle, and that one just wide. Chicago back up the other way. This one, Nazar looks to cut through everybody, ultimately gets taken down, no penalty there. Slaggert fighting for it in the left side corner, thrown in front for Nazar, shot that goes wide. This penalty killed off for Chicago. Stenlin cutting in right side with it. Pressured up against the boards, looked to push this one back down the line, kept in by Cole. Pass across to Bukestad, fighting off Slaggert there, throws one backhand towards the net, another rebound, those both saved away. Donato moving back behind his own net, Bukestad back with pressure, will dump this one off. Now back to Kaiser. Moves up left side with it, launches it right side corner. Both teams digging away, it'll bounce back to the left side. Now Utah up the other way. Bukestad tied up in neutral ice, can't do too much. Chicago immediately take that one back and dumps it right back in. Behind the Utah net, it's Cole with it. 18:10 left in the third. Waits as both teams head for a change. Finally passes this one up to Dursey. Long pass up through neutral ice, looking to tip that one to prevent the icing, and they will. Find Hayton on the right side corner. Now back around to the left, looking for a centering pass there. That one taken away by Bedard. Foligno looking to clear, taken right back away by Schmaltz, though. Back to Marino, a shot. That one saves away. Sergachev throws another one towards the net. Schmaltz pick it up as it bounces left side corner. Looking to drop this one back to Yamamoto. Will keep control. Back to Hayton. Yamamoto can't take this one away. Bedard will grab it away instead. Into the right side corner for Vlasic. Hayton fighting to get this one away. Ultimately, Vlasic able to push this one to neutral ice. Taken away by Bedard. Cutting in with it. Looks to move left side. Immediately poke checked away by Marino. Back to him as he waits left side, dot in his own zone. 17:10 left in the third now. Krause circling, get this one back to Marino, pushed up left side into the Chicago end. Korchinski will be the first to get back to it and to clear this one to neutral ice, and they will. Utah will take it right back at the line, but can't get it deep. Korchinski will dump this one into the Utah end. Melka back behind his own net will push it right side corner. Bertuzzi not able to grab that one away. Utah will clear this one right to the red line. Back to Korchinski in the Chicago end. Chip pass up to Veleno. Push it back again. Look for second attempt here. Now he's got Veleno cutting up with it. Moore moving up the left side with him, but Utah will take this one away. It's Gunther with it. Cutting up right side. He's got Keller behind him. Will chip it around to himself in the right side corner instead. Trying to get a pass over to Cooley. This one taken away by Moore as it goes a little far. As he attempts to clear, Keller will grab that one down. Jersey pushing it right back into not to Marino, to Gunther. Trying to find Cooley again in the corner. Keller coming in to help. Both teams seeing away. Cooley trying to find Gunther there. Other way this time. This one taken away by Chicago. Over to Nazar. He circles back in his own zone to slow this one down. 16 now left in the third. Nazar with speed cuts up through everybody. Shot from the right side right into the glove of Vamelka. He'll hold. 15:56 now left in the shirt. I don't know what I was going to say there. Wasn't any word that would have come after that. In the third, shots sitting 25-23 because they immediately cut the score bug away. Nazar, just great effort there, back from his own zone, all the way coast to coast, and a beautiful shot to top that off. Just Vamelka holds it out enough. Is 25-23 in favor of shots. Was a right side draw in the Utah zone, one back by him, looking to clear this one out left side, but kept in. Nazar looking for a second chance, drops this one to Reichel. Nazar to Levshinov whiffs on the shot there, and Utah back up the other way. It's Bukestad with it, cutting in right side, pressured off the puck by Nazar, gets a shot regardless. Kerfoot looks for one from an angle, that one goes wide. Mikheyev looks to clear this one up into neutral ice. It'll finally make its way to Reichel, and he'll dump it right side corner of the Utah end. Left for Sergachev, back in the right side corner. 15:20 left in the third now. Schmaltz, a long pass across, and Utah up the other way. Shot from the left side, that one goes wide. Schmaltz will pick it right back up. This one taken away by Moore, cleared up to Slaggert, moving in right side with it, trying to get deep, pressured off by DeSimone. Will keep control as he moves left. Back for Foligno, now down to the line for Korchinski. Shot that one, hits a couple bodies before it even finds the net. Right side shot, that one in front of Vamelka. He'll make the save. Couldn't even see who was on the point there because they weren't even showing it. DeSimone also catching, I believe he caught it with his skate blade as he's towed to the bench there, missing one. 14:53 left in the third now. Here we go, finally a replay. Shot from left side point, catches in front, and that one's the one that knocks DeSimone's skate blade off. Ooh, yeah, that'll do it. And then that bounces right side shot there, regardless, saved either way. Believably left side draw on the Utah end. Nope, right side. Big shot there from Murphy right into the glove of Vamelka as he stretches to make that save. Absolute rip off the draw there. Right from Foligno right to Vamelka. That one I believe was going wide, but regardless, great save. The right side draw again. Foligno and Lee McBain on the draw for Utah. Shot sitting 27-25 now in favor of Utah. Tied up the double, one back by Chicago. Korchinski looks to throw in towards the net. Vamelka with another glove save. 14:47 as we decided this game was going by a little too fast and we need to slow it down. In fairness, we are about 15 or so minutes ahead of schedule, so game moving quite quickly this afternoon. Be a right side draw again. See if Vamelka can make a fourth glove save in a row. Doesn't matter as Utah will win this one back, looking to clear, and they will. End up to Korchinski back in his own end, looking to chip this through neutral ice, and they will. Stopped right at the Utah line, though. Pushed all the way back to the Chicago end. Murphy with it. Will get it up to Foligno. Tied up along the boards. Utah back in control with it. Trying to chip this to Krause. Couple bounces. Doan trying to get away with it. Finally, it'll be McBain that dumps this to the Chicago end. Soderblom, who way behind his own net with it. To Murphy in the corner. Back to Korchinski trying to get this one. Hits the stick there of Cooley, and he'll get control before he can do too much with it. Long pass to neutralize from Chicago to nobody, so Utah will pick that one up. Pushing it in right side, can't do too much with it either as it's dumped all the way down by Chicago. However, this time an icing. 13:58 as we head back to the Chicago end for the face-off. Curious here, looking at shots. 13:58, so we're about 6 minutes in, and there's already been 8 shots, 4 per team. Very crazy offensive game so far, especially considering these two teams. Bedard Cooley. Nope, Keller Cooley now. As Cooley's kicked out of the dot. Left side draw in the... Or maybe he's not. Nope, he's not. All right, Cooley Bedard. We'll try it again. Left side draw, Chicago end, tied up the dot, both digging away. Finally, Utah breaks free, put that down to the line, but taken away. Here's Donato cutting up with it. Force that right side. Mikheyev trying to get deep, but taken away by Utah. Long pass up to Keller. We'll chip this one in right side. Levchnov racing to get to it first. Him and Cooley will battle for it in the corner. Taken away by Vlasic as he tries to clear. Kept in line by Marino. Pushed around to Gunther behind the net. Can't quite hold that one down. It'll find its way to Donato. Bad clear attempt from him, but ultimately will still get out of the zone. Sergachev doesn't fight to keep that one in. Utah, back at their own end. Cooley will give this one across to Marino as they go for a change. Long pass up to Kerfoot, moving up the right side, but doesn't matter as that one offsides. 13:15 left in the third. Both teams, great effort so far in the third, but as we stand, still Utah up 3-2. Listening to Utah, Chicago, and Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. $13:15 left in the third. Utah still up 3-2. Last game on the 3-game road trip. They'll be back in Utah on the 1st, which I don't know off the top of my head what day that is. That'll be Tuesday for the next 5-game homestand, and they're on the road to finish out the season. Left side draw outside the Utah zone, one back by Chicago. Looks to dump this one in, but can't do too much with it. It'll end up along the left side board. Utah can't clear, though. Teravainen, a quick pass across, and that one saved away by Vejmelka. Kaiser back to Teravainen, poked out of the zone by Utah, though. It'll end up back to him regardless. Trying to push it in, but tied up along the boards by Kesselring. He'll get it up into the Chicago end. Bukestad racing for it. Renzel will get to it first. Trying to chip this one out left side. Nazar with a bad clear there. It'll make its way out regardless. Utah in control on their own end, looking to move it up through neutral ice with speed. Kerfoot will dump it back to Dursey again. 12.5 left in the third now. Dursey. Left back for Yamamoto, but taken away by Slaggert right at the line. Moving this one back in. Quick shot from the right side. That one hits a couple bodies. Ends up the back to the slot. Pushed down the line for Vlasic, moving left side with it. Bring this one around to Maroon in the corner. Reichel with centering feed that's blocked away. Yamamoto cutting up the other way. He'll chip this one to Schmaltz. Back to Yamamoto, poke checked right out of the zone. Reichel moving up the other way. Schmaltz still with pressure on him, though. He'll tie him up along the board. Slaggert coming in to help. Can't do too much. It'll bounce its way to Yamamoto. Back to Schmaltz, and Utah back in control on their own end with no Chicago pressure. Fresh from the bench, McBain. Taken away immediately by Maroon. Will move this one in left side. Looking to throw that one into the middle. I believe Chicago still in the middle of a change there. Doan will get this one in. He'll find Krause right side in the Chicago end. Tries to throw one in front. Hits a stick there of Donato. Doan still fighting for it. It'll be poked out to neutralize. Donato racing forward. He's got Bedard to help him. Marino trying to take this one away. He'll keep control as he gets this one passed up over the Utah blue line. Long pass across to Krause. Moving in. Korchinski not able to take that one away on the first attempt. Will on the second. Back to Krause, though. Down the line, a big shot. That one goes wide from Cooley there. Marino will keep this one in. Bringing this one around the left side boards. McCabe will get to it first, trying to get this one around to Murphy, ultimately taken back by Mikheyev. Pushed around to Korchinski in the right side corner with no pressure. Donato, he'll launch this one down to the Utah end, and that one a very clear icing. Pretty much backhanded that one from the right side corner all the way to the Utah hash marks. Great shot by him. 10:48 left in the third, so we head back to the Chicago end. Both teams at this point just hoping to finish out the season. At least they're playing good hockey. It's a much better game than I was expecting it to be, especially when that first, there was a lot of shots, but no goals into that one, and then the second things finally picked up. The left sides are on the Chicago end. Donato moving up out with it. He'll throw one towards the net. That one poked away by Vejmelka. Kessering will grab this one in the left side corner. Quick pass up to Cooley. Trying to find Gunther into the middle there. It'll be taken away by Chicago. Quick pass to move up the other way. Here's Moore cutting in with it right side. Pressure along the board to try and get this one around to Veleno. Taken away by DeSimone, though. Pushed right side. Looking to clear. Chicago can't keep this one in the line. Keller trying to take it away, though. Unable on both. Rinzel, he'll dump this one around to find Moore in the left side corner. Trying to throw it into the middle. Gunther will take that one away, but can't quite clear. Take bounce left side point. Nobody there, so Cooley will race to grab it. Pass this one back to Kessering. He waits back behind his own net. Moore with great pressure, though. Finds Foligno cutting around left side with it. Trying to pass one in front. Whiffs on the pass, though. Utah will pin this one on the left side corner, at least for a moment. Veleno now in control. Moving down the left side boards, taken away by DeSimone and passed up out of the zone. Bukestad, he'll move in right side with it, trying to get a pass across, just a little wide there for Stenlin. On the right side corner, trying to move this one down. Moore will take it away instead. Moving up right side, will cut to the middle. Leave this one across for Levshov, but he can't do too much with it either. Utah up the other way, just Kerfoot. He'll dump this one right side corner. 9:15 left in the third now. Tied up back behind the Chicago net. Trying to move this one out is Vlasic. He'll take control, looking clear. Take a bounce off Levshinov and still in the zone. Kerfoot a shot towards the net. That one saved away. Rebound there, and that one finds the back of the net. Yamamoto off the rebound, bounces pretty much right side. Nobody there. Only one in the zone. Utah now with a 2-goal lead. See on the replay here where exactly that bounce, but Vlasic looks to clear it. Instead, it takes a bounce and hits off Levshinov as it's trying to exit the zone. Kerfoot still back with it. Left side throws one towards the net, and then absolute bomb from Yamamoto right at the right side dot. Beats Soderblom, I believe, right under the glove. Yamamoto, his first of the season. Kerfoot, the only assist, his 12th of the season. 9:03 left to play in the third. Utah now up 4-2. Shots hitting 29-26. Utah opening draw, one back by Chicago. Rinzel with it. We'll get this one over to Kaiser. Back to Rinzel. Cuts up over his own line with it. Moves in with speed. Great play by him. Thrown towards the net. That one wide. Kept in at the left side point by Kaiser. Taken away. Big shot from the right side from Chicago there. Finally, it squeaks free for a second, but now finally held down. Bertuzzi, that excellent shot from the right side dot. Utah takes a 2-0 lead, 8:42 left in the third. We'll see if Chicago has enough to bring this one back in their favor. Listening to Utah, Chicago, and Utah, 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. .8:42 left to play in the third. Utah with a 4-2 lead thanks to Yamamoto. Chicago been playing great so far this game, just Vejmelka keeping Utah in it so far. Same could be said for Chicago. Soderblom playing extremely well. I'm not sure if this would have been a 4-2 game given if they had Knight in net. Although a couple of those goals deflections in front, nothing too much you can do about them. Regardless, right side draw in the Utah zone. Sure, don't yank my cord out. There we go. It'll be Hayton and Nazar on the draw, tied up, one back by Chicago. Pushed deep by Utah. Marino will be able to take this one away in the left side corner, looking to clear, and he will squeak all the way over to the Chicago line. Schmaltz waiting. Get this one up to Yamamoto, looking for a second. He'll pass this one across right through the crease there for Hayton. Just wide as he's tied up, can't get that shot on net. Pushed down the boards. Marino looks to throw one, takes bounce off of Hayton and goes wide instead. Sergachev now with it, tied up in the left side corner. Nazar pressuring him there. Keeps control of it though. Looking to push this one around, cutting in front there. Hayton can't cut. Not quite. He didn't do it. Hayton a throw in front. Tied up is Yamamoto. Push back to Sergachev. Throws one towards the net. Kaiser blocks that one away. Bertuzzi passed up to him, and he'll chip this one in the Utah zone. Marino back behind his own net. Force push this one into the left side corner. Fresh from the bench, Chicago racing for, but can't do too much. Vlasic fighting to keep this one in. Eventually will, but that one would have been offside. So Utah has a couple seconds to slow this one down. Looks to clear right side. Won't be able to. Bedard fighting to keep it in. Finds Svetoslv. Now back to Vlasic. Trying to find Bedard right side with it. Taken away by Gunther. 7:25. Quick pass up to Keller. Moving up left side. Drops this one back for Cooley. Finds Gunther along the right side boards. Tries to ring this one around, but stopped at the door there by Donato, but taken away in front. Keller long pass that just barely misses him. Cooley in front. Beautiful shot there by him, and that one puts Utah up 3. Off a desperation kind of pass there from Keller to keep it in the zone. Cooley just rips that one bar down. Cooley, his 22nd of the season. Keller and Gunther with the assists. They're 55th and 25th, respectively. See on the replay here. Yeah, Keller at the right side looks to push it around. It might have caught the stick of Vlasic a little. And then right to Cooley, and he just rips this one under the shoulder of, I was going to say Stauber. That's the wrong goalie. Of Soderblom. Opening draw, one back by Utah. Kessering will push this one in. We'll end up around to the left side of the Chicago end. Both teams digging away. It'll take a bounce. Slaggert trying to get to it. Ultimately kept in by Utah. Big shot there from Stendlin. That one just wide. Kerfoot fighting for it in the corner. Takes bounce over to Murphy. Now up to Slaggert, and up they go. Trying to get up the right side with it. Korchinski, he'll pinch back instead as Utah is able to get control. Kessling, long pass up through neutral ice. He'll find his way back down to Chicago and doesn't have the legs for an icing, though. Korchinski, he'll get this one around to Maroon. He'll push this one deep for Slaggert. Back to Maroon, drops this one at the line for Murphy. Cuts up left side with it. Tries to throw it in front. Slaggert a shot there, just whiffs on that one, though. Shot attempt, should say. Dursey trying to clear this one out. Big shot in front. Vejmelka with the save. Cole will take this one away. Slaggert with the second attempt there as well. Chicago back at their own line, trying to push this one up through neutral ice. Instead, Utah will get this one back in. Krause trying to cut in with it. Doan will move left side, looking for a wraparound. Stopped there by Chicago. I believe Kaiser able to swat that one pretty much out of midair as it took a bounce there. Reichel looking to clear, won't be able to. But Utah can't push it back in either. Take a bounce over to Kaiser as he's able to slow this one down. 5:45 left in the third now. Here's Moore cutting up the right side. Can't quite get around Dursey there. Around to Marino. Quick pass up. Or Yamamoto, not Dursey. Trying to get this one tied up in the left side corner. Vlasic looks to clear this one away. It'll find its way to Rinzel. Looking to push this one down the left side boards. And he will. All the way to the Utah end. And that one will be an icing. 5:21 left in the third. Utah now up 3 goals, 5-2 against Chicago. See if they can hold out for another 5 and some change, or maybe we're not heading to commercial. Nope, we're not. Can never tell anymore. They take the score bug away half the time. This SCG is not the greatest provider of these streams. Left side draw on the Chicago end. Drops this one back. Sergachev now with it over to Marino, right side. Trying to push this one up. We'll find Gunther back behind the net. He'll leave it for Cooley. Tries to find Keller in front. Takes a couple bounces. He'll grab it on the second attempt, but taken away immediately by Veleno. Cuts up right side with it. Gets around Sergachev. But 3-on-1 can't do too much. 4-on-1 if you count Gunther standing in front of the net. Marino get this one back to Sergachev. Bertuzzi back for pressure. He's got Teravainen as well. Gunther tied up in the corner. Bertuzzi able to take this one away behind the net. Squeak free. Gunther able to grab it again. Trying to get a pass up to Keller. They're taken away by Chicago at the line. Lev Schnov looks to clear. He'll get just enough to get this out of the zone. Now Bertuzzi will cut in left side, chipping it around. Find its way around to, I believe, Nazar there. Tied up at the left side point, taken away by Utah. Schmaltz will push this one in right side. Korchinski fighting him for it. Both will get to it first in the right side corner. Quick pass crosser from Utah. Saved away, but not held down. Rinzel, or Murphy, he'll get this one down to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi still circling his own zone with some pressure, but keeps control of it the entire time. Drops this one back for Korchinski. He'll jump this one in. Although that one, I believe, offside's what they're calling there. Double check here. No, actually, Utah heading to the box. So with 4 minutes even left on the clock, Chicago, 2 minutes on the power play. We'll see if they can do anything with it after commercial. Now they've decided we're heading to commercial. Hopefully the last one of the game. Listening to Utah, Chicago on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. 4 minutes even left in the third. Chicago heading to the power play. Schmaltz, a 2-minute minor for slashing against Korchinski. Down 3, it's not impossible. You get one on the power play here, and maybe you get things rolling. Although this Utah penalty kill has been phenomenal tonight. Chicago currently 0 for 3. Let's see what happens on this one. Once we cut away from Cooley on the bench. Eventually, there we go. It'll be a left side draw in the Utah zone. Stenlin and Donato on the draw. Shot sitting 32-28 in favor of Utah. One back by Chicago. Levchnov pushing up from the line to get it deep behind the net. Bertuzzi trying to move this one around. Donato can't get away either. Sergachev will be the one to grab it, and he'll clear it all the way down. Levchnov picked this one up. 1:40 on the power play now. He'll dump this one back to the Chicago end. He'll find Bedard with it. Cutting up right side. Pass across to Teravainen. Down the left side point, looking to throw one. Bedard will chip it to himself to the left side corner. Bertuzzi can't do too much with it either. Back to Sergachev. He'll just wait in his own zone with it. Waiting for an opportunity to clear, and finally he will. Even find Stenlin deep with it. Looking to kill as much time off this as they can. Chip to the right side corner. Be Kerfoot now back with pressure. 1-on-4. Can't do much, and with a power play level of effort. 1 minute left in the Chicago power play. Be Levchnov looking to move this one out. Stenlin will take it away instead, and he'll dump it right on net. The long hold there by Soderblom. Will be dumped to left side corner. Donato can't get away with it. Be taken away by Bedard, but Stenlin with great effort back in the Chicago end to kill a ton of time on this one. Now Cooley looking to do the same. Pressuring Bedard with the puck. He'll finally get this one up to neutralize, but taken away by Jersey as soon as it gets there. Back to Bedard. Center ice with it. Looking to cut up right side. He'll be forced to dump this one around. Vejmelka, he'll slow behind his own net. Looking to clear it out left side. Take a bounce off the back of Maroon and stays in the zone. 19 seconds left in the power play now. Moore can't do too much with it. Utah will take it away. Up over neutral ice, and there, dumped to the Chicago end. 10 seconds left. Be pushed around. Now Vlasic looking to cut up, looking for one last rush here before they get in. It'll be Reichel, not Vlasic. Quick pass across there for Nazar. That one just stopped at the door. Take a bounce up into the netting, so play blown dead there. 1:57 left in the third now. Utah with a phenomenal penalty kill. I believe that's more time in the Chicago end than it did the Utah side. So Stenlin especially, great pressure to not even give up on anybody in the Chicago end, always pressuring. Right side draw, Utah zone. I don't believe there was a shot on that power play for Chicago, looking at the numbers. It'll be Hayton and Bedard, I believe, on the... That won't be Bedard. That's Veleno on the draw. Now Schmaltz and Veleno as Hayton's kicked out of the dot. One back by Chicago. Now to Korchinski at the left side point. Now back to Veleno. Trying to move to the slot with it. Back to Korchinski. Trying to find Foligno in front with it. Back to Veleno with the line. Kaiser dancing at the right side with it. Looks to move up to the dot. Throws one towards the net. That one saved away. Kaiser back with it. Right side. Down to the line for Veleno. Fires one towards the net. Taken away. And Utah will clear this one to neutral ice. Right to Veleno. Move this one back in the Chicago end. Back for Korchinski. Left for Kaiser. Quick pass up to Foligno. Will be forced to ring this one around. Will take a bounce off the boards instead of moving around. Foligno will get it on the second attempt. Kept in the line. Right side. Dumped behind the Utah net. Leave Cole getting to it first. Thrown in front. Will take a bounce to the right side. Nobody there. Doan looking to clear this one out. One on the first attempt. Will on the second. Here he comes. That one barely on sides for Utah. Dumped to the right side corner. McBain will get to it. Be pushed left side. DeSimone will fight to keep this one in. He'll take a bounce up into the netting instead. So play will be blown dead with 50.5 left in the third. Shot setting 31-29 in favor of Utah. At this point, just kill those 50 seconds as quickly as possible. We all know how this one's going to end. Chicago pulls off a miracle here, which, I mean, with how the offense has been playing, not impossible, but just on any other team. Left side draw, one back by Chicago. Levchinov with it. He'll double back behind his own net, trying to cut out with it. Quick pass across to Korchinski. He'll dump this one in left side. Land up right side corner for DeSimone. Kerfoot will get to it as well. Push back behind the net for Kesselring. Reichel with a bit of pressure, but he just waits him out. Able to get that pass across to Stenlin. Now Kerfoot in the Chicago end. Pressure at the left side point by Levchinov. Dumped around. It'll find Stenlin in the right side corner. Throws this one in front. Maroon with it. 20 seconds left. Quick pass up to Slaggert. He'll move in right side with it, trying to chip it around DeSimone. Land up in the corner. Push to Maroon. Left side. Kept in at the point by Kaiser. 8 seconds. Kaiser dancing with it. He'll dump this one back to Maroon. Quick pass across the right side. 3 seconds. A shot that goes nowhere. And that one will be the game. Utah will take this one 5-2, going NHL 500 on this road trip. Although it doesn't matter, there are too many points out of the playoff anyway, but it's the point that matters. Utah will be back home on Tuesday to take on Calgary, and then I believe should look at the schedule before I just start saying when dates are. There we go. Be back at home on Tuesday to play Calgary, and then it's the Kings on Thursday, Winnipeg on Saturday, Seattle next Tuesday, Nashville next Thursday. That will round out the final homestand before heading back on the road to finish out the season. I don't believe there will be a call for Tuesday's game. I'm not sure about Thursdays. There definitely won't for the Winnipeg or the Seattle ones. So we'll see about the rest of those. Keep it posted as always. As for me, I've been Taryn Holmes. This is Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Have yourself a good rest of the day.